Hello there. If you've made it past 60 and started noticing that things down there aren't quite like they used to be, maybe your erections feel weaker. Your response time is slower. Or you even feel a bit of tightness or pressure sometimes, I want you to pause for a second and really listen to this. Please don't rush to blame it on just getting older. Because in reality, this could be one of the first warning signs that your blood circulation is starting to decline silently, affecting not just your sexual health, but your overall vitality as a man. I'm Dr. Emily Cater, a men's health specialist here in the US, and after over 30 years of working with middle-aged and older men, I can tell you one thing for sure. This kind of decline isn't final, and it's definitely not irreversible. No pills, no surgery. If you give me just 7 minutes of your time in this video, I'm going to show you 5 incredibly simple foods that could quietly help restore your energy, reignite your pleasure and confidence, and even bring back that powerful feeling of waking up in the morning knowing you're still a man. And please, don't look away. Because at the end of this video, I'll share a simple but surprisingly powerful combination tip that's already helped many men who thought they were beyond help, regain that sense of strength and connection they thought was long gone. Let's start with a leafy green that might seem pretty ordinary, but for men over 60, it can have an extraordinary impact on your health down there. I'm talking about spinach. I often tell my patients, if you want your manhood to stay flexible, your blood vessels have to be flexible first. And spinach is one of the best foods out there for softening and expanding your blood vessels naturally. Thanks to its high levels of potassium, folate, and natural nitrates, spinach helps lower blood pressure, improve circulation, and, most importantly, boost blood flow right where it's needed most, the erectile tissue. But that's not all. Spinach is also packed with magnesium and vitamin E, both of which support a healthy endocrine system, especially when it comes to maintaining testosterone levels. I once had a patient in his early 60s. He was skeptical at first. But after just 2 weeks of eating a serving of spinach every day, steamed, stir-fried, or blended into a green smoothie, he told me something changed. He felt lighter, firmer erections came faster, and, most importantly, that uncomfortable tightness he used to feel down there? It was gone. This isn't magic. This is what happens when you give your body the right fuel. And it finally starts running the way it was meant to. The second food I want to share with you might sound simple, but it holds a surprisingly powerful secret for your sexual vitality. Watermelon. Now I know, most people just think of watermelon as a sweet summer treat. But the part almost everyone throws away, the white rind between the red flesh and the outer green skin. That's where the real magic is for men over 60. Why? Because that white part contains citrulline, a powerful natural compound that acts as a vasodilator. In plain terms, it helps open up your blood vessels, especially the tiny capillaries inside the penis. As we age, those little vessels can stiffen and narrow. And that's why so many men start feeling things like delayed arousal, reduced sensation, or that strange tight pressure in the groin. I had a 67-year-old patient once tell me, "Doc, it doesn't hurt, but when I'm intimate, it feels like something's pressing back, like a tight squeeze that shouldn't be there." So I asked him to try one simple thing. Blend a watermelon smoothie every morning. Using both the red and the white parts, don't throw anything away. Just 2 weeks later, he came back smiling. He said his mornings were showing signs of life again. And intimacy felt smoother, without that old tension. No pills, no expensive treatments. Just a small change in what he put in his blender, and it made a big difference. What I love most about watermelon is this. It doesn't force your body like prescription drugs do. It gently supports blood flow and sensation in a way that's natural, sustainable, and kind to your system. Now let's talk about the third food, one I truly hope you don't overlook. Beets. Some guys think of beets as health food for yoga moms. But let me tell you, for men over 60, beets are a natural circulation booster that can work wonders. Why? Because beets are loaded with natural nitrates. And your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide, a key molecule that helps open blood vessels and improve blood flow, especially to the groin area. Do you remember when just a light touch was enough to stir things up? By the time you hit 60, your nitric oxide levels may have dropped by up to 70%. Which means the blood doesn't reach your penis the way it used to. That's when things start to feel sluggish, soft, or even tight and stuck, like there's traffic in the bloodstream. Now, a glass of beet juice in the morning on an empty stomach can be like flipping the switch back on. It wakes up your circulation and gives your body the signal it's been waiting for. One of my older patients, a quiet man in his 60s, once told me he was embarrassed to talk about this stuff. But after just 7 days of drinking beet juice daily, he came back and said something I'll never forget. I didn't think just one glass of that red juice could make me feel alive again. Beets aren't medicine, but if you give your body the right support, it will respond with strength, energy, and blood flow, just like it used to. Now let's talk about a small but mighty food, pumpkin seeds. I like to call them a handful of manly power. Why? Because just 1 tablespoon of raw pumpkin seeds a day can give you 3 essential nutrients that men over 60 often lack. Magnesium helps relax your blood vessels, easing those uncomfortable tight sensations during arousal. Zinc, critical for maintaining your natural testosterone levels. That's the hormone that keeps you feeling strong, interested, and confident in both body and mind. Arginine, an amino acid that helps your body produce nitric oxide, which boosts blood flow to the penis and supports stronger, healthier function. I had a patient, a retired Army vet, 71 years old, very disciplined in every part of life, except when it came to his intimate health. He told me he often felt a weird tension in his groin before sex. Even when he was mentally ready, I gave him one simple suggestion. Each day, have 1 tablespoon of raw pumpkin seeds. Sprinkle it on oatmeal, blend it in a smoothie, or just eat it straight. 3 weeks later, he came back to my office, said nothing, just gave me a knowing smile and said, "Every morning now, I wake up with a clear, strong signal and I haven't touched a single pill." That's what I love most about pumpkin seeds. They don't push your body the way medications do. They simply restore what's missing, and let your system do what it was meant to do, naturally, quietly, and reliably. And finally, but certainly not least, let me introduce you to one of the most vibrant, delicious, and powerful fruits for male circulation. The pomegranate. Maybe you've eaten it before, but chances are, you never thought of it as something that could impact your sexual health. Well, it can. Pomegranate is packed with polyphenols, a group of powerful antioxidants that do 3 big things for men over 60. They clean out your blood vessels, fighting off the silent buildup of plaque that causes poor erections as we age. They improve endothelial function, meaning the inner lining of your arteries works better, sending more blood where it's needed. And most importantly, pomegranate helps reduce chronic low-grade inflammation, which is one of the sneakiest enemies of testosterone in older men. I once had an older patient, a sweet guy with a bit of a sweet tooth, and a history of high cholesterol and poor circulation. Instead of sugary desserts, I suggested he drink 1 glass of pure pomegranate juice a day. After just 10 days, he came back and said, "Not only do I feel lighter in my belly, but things in the bedroom are starting to wake up again." That's not magic. That's what happens when blood flows freely again, to the places that matter most. Even better, pomegranate helps protect your aging blood vessels, reducing your risk for heart issues and stroke, 2 major concerns for men in their 60s and beyond. I once had an older patient who loved sweets, but he also had a history of high cholesterol and poor circulation. I gently suggested he swap those sugary desserts for just 1 glass of pure pomegranate juice each day. And after just 10 days, he came back and said, "Not only do I feel lighter in my belly, but things in the bedroom feel a bit more alive again." That wasn't wishful thinking. That was real blood flow returning to where it's needed most. And most importantly, pomegranate helps protect aging, stiffened blood vessels, which not only improves erectile function, but also lowers the risk of heart disease and stroke. 2 serious concerns for men over 60. Now, my dear friend, if you're still watching, I want to take a moment, not just as a doctor, but as someone who truly sees and understands what it's like to be a man past 60. To say this: there is nothing broken about you. You are not weak. And no, you are not past your prime. I've worked with so many men just like you, men who thought their decline in intimacy was just something they had to accept. Many of them suffered in silence, feeling disconnected from themselves, even invisible in their own home. And I get it. Because for so many men, sexual health isn't just about performance, it's about vitality, confidence, and a deep sense of connection with the one they love. But here's what I need you to know. Your body, even past 60, is still capable of healing. It just needs the right nutrients, the right support, and most of all, your belief. I've seen men who thought it was too late come back just weeks later, standing tall, smiling wide, and full of energy they thought they'd lost for good. No pills, no surgery, no false hope, just real action, real food, and a quiet trust in the body's ability to come back when we give it a chance. So if today you feel uncertain, or you've stopped expecting more from yourself, please, let these simple foods, and this message you're hearing now, be the first small step on a new path. A path back to yourself. If what I've shared today made you feel heard, if it brought you a little clarity, or even just sparked a tiny flicker of hope inside you, then I'm truly grateful that you're here. And I'd like to ask you for one more thing. Please leave me a comment down below. Let me know, what are you struggling with? What's been on your mind lately? Or maybe you just want to share a little of your story. I read every single message, truly. Because this isn't just a YouTube channel. It's a space for us to connect, support each other, and grow stronger together, one step at a time. And if you'd like more videos like this, about health, circulation, sexual wellness, nutrition, all made specifically for men over 50 and 60, then please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Because every week, I'll be right back here, not with empty promises, but with real knowledge, safe advice, and deep understanding for exactly where you are in life. Remember, it's never too late to take care of yourself. And sometimes, all it takes is one video, one voice, to remind you that you're still strong, still worthy, and still a complete man.